you for watching my video. My name is Roel. I'm a health and nutrition coach and a diabetes practitioner, and I post these videos to encourage you to take control of your health. And of course, firstly, I want to wish you a very, very happy and healthy 2025. And I hope 2024 was a good one. And if not, then maybe 2025 is going to be better. This is always a good time of a year to review a little bit how last year was, what went well, what didn't go well, and just reflect a little bit on that. Don't beat yourself up about it, obviously, and make a little bit of a plan for the year ahead. Obviously, you can do that any day of the year, but end of the year seems to typically be a time when people do that. That's why I've had a little bit of a break. I didn't really want to bang on about healthy habits whilst you were stuffing your face with mince pies and all kinds of seasonal snacks, and I've waited till today, the 1st of January. Right, what I would like to talk about today is what higher than normal levels of blood glucose can do to your body. And you may have already wondered why I'm always banging on about blood glucose, and it is because it's pivotal to your overall health. A lot of people think it's only to do with your risk of type 2 diabetes, and even then people underestimate the effect of type 2 diabetes and the complications, and they think, oh, well, loads of people have type 2 diabetes, if you get it, you get some medication and you manage it, it's not so bad. But of course it is a really, really bad disease. And but today I want to bring a little bit of attention to things that happen in your body when your blood glucose levels are higher than normal. And loads of you will have blood glucose levels higher than normal because the modern day diet that most of the people think is normal now is actually not good for your blood glucose levels. So I think most people now have higher than normal blood glucose levels. And it's not something that you notice straight away, but over time, of course, it can lead to insulin resistance when your body doesn't listen to insulin. And then you have a problem, because then your cells don't have access to the glucose in your blood. And then you're on your way to type 2 diabetes. And what a lot of people don't know is that many, many health issues are linked to higher blood glucose levels. And once you realise that, then it makes it even easier to improve your health, because you're going to look at your health in terms of blood glucose control. And you'll find that if you do that, everything else will fall into place, because it starts with the higher than normal blood glucose levels. So for example, if you have high levels of glucose in your blood, and as a result high levels of insulin, because your body will produce insulin to help the cells to open up and get rid of that blood glucose, and if you have these higher levels, that will actually damage the insides of your blood vessels, and that activates your immune system, and that will send cells into the system that clump together with cholesterol, and that can form plaque in your blood vessels, and so that will be a cause potentially of cardiovascular disease. Also, because your immune system is activated, it can lead to inflammation, chronic inflammation, and inflammation is actually the cause of nearly all disease in our bodies, including autoimmune diseases like arthritis, lupus, psoriasis. It will also increase your risk of cardiovascular disease, gastrointestinal issues like Crohn's. It can also affect your lungs, so it can cause things like asthma, COPD, and it can even affect your mental health, and that is due to inflammation, but also because high blood glucose levels affect your nervous system, and your nervous system obviously linked to your mental health. And the fact that your nervous system is damaged by the higher than normal blood glucose levels will also increase your risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So massive impact. And I don't know whether you ever heard dementia being called type 3 diabetes because it's so linked to higher than normal blood glucose levels. So already lots of scary issues related to this. Type 2 diabetes is on the list as well. If your body is inflamed, then you are more likely to become insulin resistant, and again that leads to the increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Gout. Did you know that gout is linked to higher than normal blood glucose levels? Because it will increase the amount of uric acid in your system, and that can lead to gout. And often people with gout who manage to drastically reduce their blood glucose levels will find that the gout disappears and doesn't come back. And last thing I want to mention, but you know, the list is endless to be honest, and I think nearly every health issue can be caused or linked to your blood glucose levels. But one that I want to mention as well, and people don't often link to it, is hormonal imbalances. If, for example, you suffer from polycystic ovary syndrome, that can be linked to and caused by higher than normal blood glucose levels. For men, think of erectile dysfunction, that can be linked to higher than normal blood glucose levels. It will affect the hormone production, and of course your hormones regulate a lot of the functions in your body, and so that's why it has such a big impact on your health. So the message is control your blood glucose levels and your overall health. Every aspect of your health will improve, and your weight, for example, as well, because excess glucose in the system has to be stored as fat. And insulin is the hormone that actually regulates that. So insulin is your fat storage hormone, and insulin also inhibits fat burning. So if you have a lot of glucose in your blood, you will have a lot of insulin in your blood, and therefore you will store more fat and burn less fat. I hope this inspires you to have a look and see what you can do to control your blood glucose levels. And it is simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. Diet, physical activity, sleep and stress management. Those are the 4 pillars to look at when it comes to your lifestyle. And keep it simple, really keep it simple. Even if you just start by making a few changes to improve your diet, eat mostly real food, the stuff that nature provides, unprocessed, most of the time, that already is a big deal. Make sure you get your protein and eat real food. If you just did that, then you don't even need to acquire any more information. If you started there already, you're going to see massive improvement. When it comes to physical activity, just move as much as you can. Yes, of course, you can download plans and make it all very complicated on how to tackle it. But I would say just take every opportunity that you have to move your body, and you will find that that will help your blood glucose management. And I definitely would say as well is to include strength or resistance training. Whether you do that in the gym or in your daily life, pushing, pulling, lifting, carrying, that is really important for your blood glucose management. So a lot of movement, whatever that movement is, including some strength and resistance. Sleep, try and get at least 7 hours sleep a night, and just look up tips around sleep and try one this week and see how it goes, and don't overwhelm yourself. And then of course stress management, so make sure that at least once a day you do something to promote your mental health. Of course, you can go into way more detail, and that's what I do all the time in my work, but I want to keep these videos short, so if you want more information about that, then feel free to contact me. I'm also organising a free 1-hour webinar on Tuesday the 14th of January at 8 p.m. British time, and it is about how to prevent type 2 diabetes. It explains a little bit how it happens, what the risk factors are, and then of course some tips on what you can do to avoid it. Feel free to register for that. I will put the link below this video. And don't forget to set yourself one little actionable goal. Of course, I know this time of year it's so tempting to sit down and write down these big ass goals that you want to achieve by the end of the year, and that's great. I'm not stopping you from doing that. Please do that, but don't forget to translate that into small, easy, actionable steps. What is the one little thing that you're doing this week to get closer towards that end goal? One little thing. Don't make it difficult, because then the chances are that you're not going to do it, or that you're not going to become consistent with it. And so yeah, make that your priority today. What is the one little thing that you're doing this week to improve yourself? And again, thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in the webinar on the 14th, and lots of love. Bye.